Hi there, this is Evan here from latinum.org.uk, and today we're going to look at a little Latin play. It's not really a dialogue, it's more a little play, and the scene is the Garden of Eden, and the characters are the serpent, Eve, Adam, and of course, God. The dialogue is written by Castellio, and it starts like this. Well, we have an introduction firstly. Serpens evam et eva porro Adamum impellit ad vescendum fructu vetito. So the serpent tempts Eve, and Eve then prevails or sort of interferes with Adam. She pushes onto him the idea that he should eat of the forbidden fruit. Deus vero ipsos tres ad totidem poenas damnat. And God then pronounces a distinct judgment on each of the sinners. So interlocutores, the speakers, the characters, are serpens, the serpent, Eva, Adamus, and Jehovah, and God. So we start off with the words of the serpent. And the serpent says, let's give him a serpenty voice. Cur vetuit vos Deus vesci ex omnibus arboribus por mari. So the serpent asks, why has not God allowed you to eat from all the fruits of the garden? And Eva, she replies, and we'll give her a suitable Eve voice. Licet nobis vesci fructibus arborum pomarii. Tantum Deus nobis interdixit arbore, quae est in medio pomario, ne vesceremur fructu eus, ne vetiam atingeremus, nisi velemus mori. So she says, we can eat from the fruit of then all the trees in the garden. Only one we can't eat, and that's the one that stands in the middle of the garden, which God has forbidden us to touch, lest we should die. So serpens, the serpent, says back, ne quaquam mori emini propterea, sed scit Deus, si comederitis de eo, tum oculos vobis apertum iri, atquita vos fore tanquam Deos, scientes boni atque mali. So the serpent says, you will not die because of that, because God knows that in the time or day that you eat of it, your eyes will be opened and you will be like gods, knowing good and evil. So Eva replies, ita plane videtur, et fructus ipsest pulcher sane visu. Nescio ansit ita dulcis gustatu, veruntamen experiar. Va, quam dulcis est, impertiendum est etiam marito. Mi vir, si scires quam sapidus sit hic fructus, iam dudum comedises accipe. So she says, what you say seems reasonable enough, and the fruit indeed is very pretty to look at. Whether it be pretty or agreeable to taste or not, I can't say, but I'll try it. Oh, what a delicious flavor it has. My husband must try. If you did not know, my dear, how delicious this fruit is, you would have indulged your appetite a long time before. Do taste it. And then Adamus says, quando ita vis faciam. So Adam says, as you wish, I will do, to oblige you, my dear. Ah, flagitium fecimus. Oh dear, we have sinned. And Eva says, quid est? Wherein? And then Adamus replies, nonne vides misera nos esse nudus? Don't you see, miserable creature, that we are nude? Eva then replies, video et me pudet, sed quid nobis faciendumst? I do, and I'm quite ashamed, but what are we to do? Adamus says, texamus nobis subligacula ex foliis, quibus tegamus pudenda. So he says, we will take some leaves and we will make some kind of cover to hide our genitals. Ait Eva, bene mones, et est hic ficus foliis magnis, et aptis huicere. Said, your idea is a good one, and here is a fig tree with broad leaves, and it will be fitting for this purpose. Ait Adamus said, O nos infelices, vidior mihi audire vocem. Adam says, oh, poor us, wretches that we are, listen, I hear a voice. And Eva says, Jehovah est, misera me, verior ne deprehendat nos nudos, abdamus nos in hoc densum nemus. And she says, it's God himself. Woe is me, I am scared of the thought of his catching us without clothes on. Let us hide ourselves in the middle of this bunch of trees. Ait Jehovah, Heus, Heus, Adame, ubi es? And God says, Adam, Adam, where are you? And Adamus replies, Audita vocetur in pomario, teritus sum, et quia nudus eram, abscondi me. So Adam says, I heard your voice in the garden, I was scared, and so I hid myself away, because I had no clothes on. Ait Jehovah, unde didicisti te esse nudum? Nunnam comedisti de arbore, de qua praeceperam tibi ne comederes? And God said, who told you that you had no clothes on? Have you been eating from that fruit, which I so strictly told you not to eat? Ait Adamus, comedi quidem, sed praebuit mulier, quam tu adjunxisti mihi. And Adam says, yeah, I did, yeah. But that woman who you gave me, she made me eat. Ait Jehovah, quid nam fecisti mulier? And God says, what have you done, woman? And Eva, she replies, decepta a serpente comedi. Deceived by the serpent, I ate. And then God gets into his God mode and he says, Jehovah, quoniam istud fecisti serpens, tu eris detestabilissima omnium bestiarum omniumque animalium terrestrium, et incedes in pectus et vorabis pulverem quam diu vives. Quin etiam conciliabo tantas inimicitias inter te et mulierem, interque semen tuum et eius, ut id contrat tibi caput, tu autem ei calcem. So, God says, snake, because you did this, you are cursed above all the animals and above every beast in the field. You will go on your belly, you will eat dirt all the days of your life, and I will put anger between you and the woman, and between your offspring and her offspring, and it will bruise your head, and you will bruise her heel. Te quoque femina afficiam plurimis doloribus et aerumnis et cum dolore parias et tota pendias ex imperio viri tui. And then she says, and you, O woman, I will make your sorrows great, and your childbirth will be painful, and you will bring forth children, and your husband will be in charge of you. Right. Et tu, Adame, quoniam morem gerens uxori tuae comedisti de arbore, quies esu interdixeram tibi, habebis terram in faecundam tua culpa, et ex ea quaeris victum laboriose dum vives, cum interim ipsa procreabit tibi carduos et sentes, tu vesceris herbis et terra nascentibus, et cum sudore vultus tolerabis victum, donec redias in terram ex qua ortus es, nam pulvis es, et in pulverem redibis. And then he speaks to Adam and says, because you listened to the voice of your wife, and you ate from the tree, the fruit that I had forbidden you to eat, the soil, because of that sin of yours, will become barren, and you will seek your food out of it with hard work all the days of your life, and it will bring forth thorns and thistles, and you will eat the plants of the field, and by the sweat of your forehead you will eat bread or food, until you go down into the dust, because you are just dust, and you will go back to dust. So, strong words there. So, sententia, the application, the moral, so to speak. Ob unius hominis in obedientiam, from one man's disobedience, mors intravit in mundum, death came into the world. Disce puer obedientiam, so child, learn obedience. So that is the moral of this story, that you do what you are told, and if you don't do what you're told, bad things will happen. So that's the little play extracted from the first part of the book of Genesis by Castellio and written up as a dialogue or a short play. Yep. So the English is sort of a paraphrase of the Latin, not a literal translation. And maybe what I'll do now is read it through without the English. Cur vetuit vos Deus vesci ex omnibus arboribus pomari? Licet nobis vesci fructibus arborum pomari, tantum Deus nobis interdixit ea arbore, qua est in medio pomario. Ne vesceremu fructu eius, ne vetiam attingeremus, nisi velemus mori. Ne quaquam moriemini propterea sed scit Deus, si comederitis Deo, tum oculos vobis apertum iri, atque to vos foretam con Deos, scentes boni atque mali. Ita plane videtur et fructus ipses pulcher sane visu, nescio ansit ita dulcis gustatu, veruntamen experiar, va, quam dulcis est, impertiendum est etiam marito, mi vir, si scires quam sapitus sit hic fructus iam dudum comedisses. Accipe, quando ita vis faciam a flagitium fecimus, quid est? Non ne vides misera nos esse nudos? Video, et me pudet, sed quid nobis faciendumst? Texamus nobis subligacula ex foliis, quibus tegamus pudenda. Bene mones, et est hic ficus foliis magnis, et aptis huice rei. Sed o nos infelices, vidior mihi audire vocem. Jehova est miseram me, verior ne deprehendat nos nudos, abdamus nos in hoc densum nemus. Heus Adame, ubi es? Audita voce tua in pomario, teritus sum, et quia nudus eram, abscondi me. Unde didicisti te esse nudum, num nam comedisti dabore, de qua praeceperam tibi ne comederes? Comedi quidem, sed praebuit mulier, quam tu and iuncisti mihi. Quid nam fecisti, mulier? Te cepta a serpente comedi. Quoniam istud fecisti, serpens, tu eris detestabilissima omnium bestiarum, omniumque animalium terrestrium, et incedes in pectus et vorabis pulverem quandio vives, quin etiam conciliabo tantas inimicitias inter te et mulierem, interque semen tuum et eius, ut id contrat tibi caput tu autem ei calcem. Tu quoque femina afficiam plurimis doloribus et aerumnis, et cum dolore parias, et tota pendias ex imperio viri tui, et tua dame, quaniam morem gerens uxori tuae comedisti de arbore, cuius esu interdixeram tibi, habebis terram in fecundam tua culpa, et ex ea quaeris victum laboriose dum vives, cum interim ipsa procreabit tibi carduos et sentes, tu vesceris herbis et terra nascentibus, et cum sudore vultus tolerabis victum, donec redias in terram ex qua ortus es, nam pulvis es, et in pulverem redibis. Sententia ob unius hominis in obedientiam mors intravit in mundum, disce puer obedientiam. So that's the end of the first little dialogue, these dialogues or little plays written by Castellio. Some are longer, some are shorter, and Castellio wrote a large number of these, and as the book progresses, the Latin in the dialogues gets more developed and complex. So this is the first dialogue, simple Latin, and of course at the time he was writing, most children would have known the story and had it read to them in the vernacular, I suppose, and had it told to them. So the first dialogue would be comprehensible because the subject matter was already known. So that's the end of this little introduction to Castellio. You can find Castellio's Dialogorum Sacrorum if you look for them on Google Books or archive.org, Europeana.eu. There are plenty of versions of this text available. Bye.